why you should move to Bali, like especially if you're an Australian or you're from like a Western country, right? So I moved here when I was 30, so I'm like 32 now. But I'm just gonna like lay out the reasons why I did it and why you should probably do it. So I'll explain my situation. I was running an agency for probably 2 years at that time. I was like getting some momentum. So my first year I did really well. I transitioned out of corporate work during COVID because they were going to relocate me from Sydney to Canberra, but I didn't want to go. I had this inkling to start my own business, to start an agency, and it was obviously a contentious time to do so. And I did that. And I did very well in my first year for a first year in agency, and then I did extremely well in my second. And getting to the height of doing well in Sydney, in Bondi, my lifestyle was just trash. And I liked Bondi. I loved it. Like, Bondi's a beautiful place. I lived in a cool spot on the cliff, had this amazing view of the ocean. And then I moved again to my own little apartment, one better, that had a view of the outdoor gym and of Bondi Beach. Like, it's a top spot, right? And I just didn't like it. I just didn't click with it. And my days were long. I was up super early, hitting the gym, commuting into the CBD because I worked at a desk at a co-working space. They gave me a desk there, so I'd run some stuff there. You leave your house at 7:30, getting back through the door at 7:30, and you're eating Uber Eats every night. I wasn't making many friends, I wasn't developing, and I was getting very stagnant and stuck in my business. I'd made the jump into having my own business and doing well, which is a big jump, right? And a lot of people come to Bali to do that, and we can talk about that in a second. Even when you do that in your home country, you don't have the money to take more risks. And you're gonna have to take more risks in any business because businesses change, especially with AI, especially the way the world moves and the algorithms and the way that like things are just so fast paced now. You need to like continue to evolve. And if you take like any lifestyle upgrade in a Western city, like I did in Sydney, like I moved into a nicer apartment, I had a new car, I want to go to nice restaurants. It's just going to eat all that money that needs to be spent on improving your business. And if you do that in Australia, there's just nothing left. And if you look at like the top income, like top household income, top 10% of household income in Australia is 250 grand, right? And if you're earning 250 grand, which I was at the time in my business, then there's just not even that much money. You're not driving a Porsche. You don't own a home in like Sydney at least. And you just don't have this like amazing lifestyle that you think you would have being in the top 10%. So it's just like a very raw, bad exchange, and you're not open to continue to develop unless you're just taking massive risks or debt. And this is where we talk about Bali. So going somewhere like Bali where you can knock your burn rate down to zero, or you can keep your burn rate and just exponentially scale up lifestyle, happiness, and also like the ability to move business-wise and make connections, networks, and take chances. So I think they're the things that I wanted to do in Bali. And by being here for the last 2 years, I can confidently say that it is an amazing place to do that. Big things that happen, the big reasons that you should move here. Your health is going to go through the roof. There's just amazing gyms everywhere, and there's such a good day life here. You don't even have to party. Like, there's just these amazing gyms. You go to Nirvana, you go to Wrong Gym, Obsidian, Body Factory, wherever you go, it's just incredible. There's awesome chill out zones. You can meet people. The equipment's like incredible. Top gym I go to now. But it's just that, yeah, you're automatically going to get better, in better shape because everyone around you is in better shape. And also the food options like Motion Cafe, Open House, they just have super clean, affordable food that you can get delivered to yourself anytime. And that's just going to make a big upshunt, right? Whereas like in Australia, the food options were a lot worse. They weren't as clean, they were expensive, you had to cook, or you just have to eat like trash food and you're always busy and you're commuting. So like you're just naturally not doing it. And people are just naturally not as in good a shape. So number one, your health's just going to automatically by diffusion and osmosis of other people get better, which is a huge one because I believe like everything starts with you, especially your business. So if your health goes up, you're just setting yourself up for success, right? That alone is not going to make you better, but it's like a really big piece. The other thing is networking with people from around the world. Like Bali is a huge hub, especially Canggu. People are coming from all corners of the earth. We've got Australians going there. We've got people from South Africa, from the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, UK, Ireland, Russia, you name it. And you're getting exposure to people you wouldn't otherwise get exposed to. Particularly in Australia, there's some like heavy travel restrictions on certain countries, and it's very difficult for those people to come, and even if they can come, stay. So you're not actually getting to meet these people, and these people have got like awesome insights, they're clever, they're educated, they've got a different view of the world, they're running businesses like you in a different part, and they can give you so much. Like just like simple conversations in a sauna, at the gym, or in your co-working space in Bali can lead to just like massive gains in your business. So that's like one thing you don't get in Sydney. Because in Sydney, and most Western countries, most people aren't business owners. They're not running a business. They have to work for an employee to have the safety of money per month to be able to afford their rent and the high lifestyle costs. Whereas a lot of people in Bali are actually sending it. They're going for it. They're trying something. And even if they're not successful, they're on the pulse of what you should be doing as a business owner. So that's a big one. So just like good network, great holistic perspective of the world because the whole world's coming to you. And you also get to have a routine at the same time. So there's like two things. Like you're exploring the world by staying in one spot, but you're also got an amazing routine because you've got this cheap, high lifestyle, high value routine. So those two things things together really good. So like health, good networking, great routine, and great exposure to information. Straight out, they're the best things. So yeah, you're going to feel healthier. You're going to get exposure to new ideas. You're going to be able to develop a routine. It's amazing. I think it's really, really good for you if you're in the early stages, or if you're like already started your business, but you're stuck and you can't take that risk and you have nothing tying you to Australia. Bali's like an amazing move to do that. I do want to talk about like the caveats, the bad side. There is bad sides to Bali, right? There's obviously a lot of stuff to do. So there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of like tourist energy. There's a lot of like fun stuff, shiny stuff. Everyone's beautiful. There's always like something fun, a new cafe, a party, something's happening. So there's a lot of energy and it can be distracting if you can't like transmute that energy into your work. Like if you don't have like a clear mission or you haven't been like disciplined in the past, Bali could wreck you. So I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I remember watching Jay Cutler documentary. He's like a famous bodybuilder and he was like 2-time Mr. Olympia. I'm getting that wrong, probably 3. He lived in Vegas and he said, Vegas is crazy. And they're like, how do you do it? And he goes, I love all the energy because I can use it for my training. So he obviously didn't get caught up in partying in Vegas because he became the Olympian multiple times, one of the greatest bodybuilders ever. So you can spin that negative to a positive. And I feel like I've been doing that lately. When I did first get to Bali, it was very difficult. I just wanted to surf and train and have fun. But now it's like very good. Other things like booking studios, getting talent, hiring models, videographers, all that stuff super cheap here. So like all of your content and like that aspect of your business and like your expertise will grow a lot. And just like the fact that everybody's doing stuff at like a very out there level. Like in Sydney, it's very cringe to like, I don't know, go to your cafe right now near you in Sydney or London or wherever you are and get out and go, hey guys, welcome to the channel. I bet you'll just die inside and you won't be able to do it. It'll just hurt. But go do that in Bali. Like, no one even cares. They're like, oh, cool, what's your channel? I'd love to subscribe. So like you're going with the flow. You're not going against the flow like you are in your other home. So if you want to do anything content-wise, anything business-wise, Bali is definitely the spot. It's cheap. You're going to be going with the flow of people like you, like-minded people. The other thing is like, just test it out. You could come here, it could suck, could spit you out, right? So just see, why not? At the very least, you can have a fun holiday that's not going to cost you too much. You're going to see Bali, you're going to see what it's all about, and you can prove me wrong and tell me in the comments that I'm an idiot, or you can tell me, great, I'm here too, let's link up. So I think it's worth a try. So yeah, they're the reasons why you should move here. People say dating's difficult here, but just like have some common sense. If someone says they're leaving next Tuesday, they're obviously not going to become your life partner, are they? You don't have fucking 4 days to make it happen. And you're going to be heartbroken if you do try. So just have some common sense. There are people that are here long-term that are good. And if you're a long-term good person, I'm sure you'll find them. So yeah, I wouldn't listen to that. Also, like there's a lot of propaganda about Bali. Like the Australian government loves to talk about like Indian flus and all other sorts of precarious news that never actually comes into reality if you're here, to try and scare you from going. Because remember, a country is a business. And if customers are leaving that country and not spending the money in it, their business is going down. So they're going to do everything in their power to deter you from favorable options. And this is probably a favorable option for you if they're trying so hard with fake news for you not to come here. So I'll leave you with that. But yeah, come here, check it out. Working spots, B-Work, 100%. Definitely work there, it's the best. Or Tribal if you don't want to pay for a membership. Really good free option. You just buy a little bit of brekkie and then it covers you for a couple of hours. So Tribal, B-Work. Do Canggu first. It's more of a city, it's more of a hub. You're going to meet people if you're traveling alone. Connect in some already done circles like Rise and Run. We run surf clubs on Fridays. Come to our surf club, meet us if you want to try out surfing or just hang. Go to run clubs. Sinead has Rise and Run every Tuesday, I think, Tuesday, Thursday. She has a sick run club. Really cool people go there. Go to that one or many of the others. Yeah, you can connect. Go to Times Beach for Wrong. Everyone's always hanging out there. BGS for coffee. There's just like, these are hubs. Motion, Fitness Foods for lunch in Canggu. You're gonna click in, you're gonna meet people, and people are open and they're waiting to meet people, unlike your own city. So yeah, they're the reasons why you should move to Bali. They're the reasons why I like Bali. Yes, it can be demotivating, like it can be, it's a slower pace. The locals are very patient with each other and they expect you to be patient with them. Things are slower. It can slow you down. It's not all perfect. But I think if you're at that point where you're frustrated, you can't take a risk that you know you need to take, this could be a great place for you. And at the very least, you're going to enjoy yourself and have some great memories and some great experiences. And that's what life's all about. Let me know what you think. If you've tried anywhere else in the world, Cape Town's next on my list. I'm really keen to go there. Done. Thanks, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.